What's up, everybody? Welcome into my YouTube channel and experience. I'm your boy, Dame the Gamer, and we're going to break down the College Football 26 official Dynasty Deep Dive. Let's get started.
Hey, everybody, it's Kirk Herbstreit. Improvements to Dynasty and EA Sports College Football 26 are focused around adding authenticity to every Dynasty run, while also delivering on community feedback. For the first time ever, you can start your Dynasty by stepping into the role of one of over 300 authentic college football coaches.
I love this. James Franklin, Dan Lanning, Marcus Freeman, Kirby Smart. I love this, man. I love the way College Football 25 was a great game, but it was the foundation, and they're building upon that foundation. It was a rock-solid foundation at that. But one of the letdowns was not seeing the real coaches to me, right? Where if I wanted to do a realistic rebuild with Penn State, there was no James Franklin in the game. Now I get to do a realistic rebuild and really recruit and build a program up as James Franklin. But not only that, if I don't want to do a realistic rebuild, which not, like if I'm not doing one of those, I never use the actual head coaches. I create my own. Being able to go into Penn State and beat the real James Franklin and Penn State, it makes it feel so much more official. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Do you like the fact that they have the head coaches in here, or not just head coaches, but defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators? It doesn't matter to you.
To ensure each coach and coordinator's authentic styles are highlighted, we completely rebalanced archetypes and abilities.
Peep this. Now, it looks like they've kind of did some changes with building because if you saw on James Franklin, beside his name and beside his head, it said level, or below it in that shot, it said level, right? You know, last year they capped us at level 50 for building our coaches. Clearly, now it's a level 100. We'll get to that in a minute, but it's a level 100. So he was level 64. Now, being able to develop your coach and build your coach up. See here, to be an elite recruiter, you got to spend 50 in recruiter, right? Regular recruiter, but you have to sign 2 top 5 recruiting classes. One of the first teams I'm going to rebuild in my first 26 rebuild episodes that I'm going to do and I'm going to drop on this channel, it's going to be Coastal Carolina. My lovely wife, is a Chanticleer. She graduated there. She worked on campus, all that good stuff, man. So what am I going to do? I'm going to honor my wife, man. Honor thy wife, they say. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use her team, her alma mater, and I'm going to rebuild them. Guess what? It's not going to be easy to get 2 top 5 recruiting classes with Coastal Carolina. It might take a little time, so you won't be able to jump right into elite recruiter like that. And if you look here, the coach points for just the standard stuff in recruiter. For linebackers, advanced look, takes less time to scout. If I remember correctly, on 25, I'm pretty sure that was 5 coach points. That whole entire thing, the full first top, that normal recruiter spot for all of the positions were to max them out. It was going to take, I think, 20 points each. So 5 coach points in each single position group. Now it's 8. That makes it a little bit more difficult, and it slows down how quickly we can build our guys.
And enhanced playbooks with over 2,800 new plays.
2,800
So
new
when
plays
you battle a
is crazy.
CEO like Kirby Smart one week and a program builder like Lane Kiffin the next, you truly feel the difference on the football field. This new depth also offers more options when creating your own coach, giving you more control over the path you ultimately take.
Guys, let me stop right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm hype about. I know the equipment community is so pressed about players getting 1 sleeves and on the leg. And I get it. I understand it. I don't care. This is what I care about, guys. The fact that I create myself. Think about it like this, man. Anytime I create myself as a coach, because I always use my name, right? Damian Parson, Dame the Gamer. You get it. Every time I do that, right? I am pissed in 25 that I only have 2 shirts or 2 like upper body wear things to pick from. So you see here, right? This coach has a UCF quarter zip. By the way, I love them. Super comfortable. Scouts wear them, coaches wear them. Love it. right? But you can go with a long sleeve windbreaker. They have kind of what I believe it's looks like a starter jacket. I believe you could also customize and throw different things together as well. If you want to go sleeveless like Bill Belichick, why not, right? But I think if we rewind here,
giving you more control over the
like not a suit and tie. Yes, it's you see the white shirt, the third row from the left, third cube down. White shirt with the tie. You see my guy got the guns out here intimidating some of the players. Like, I'll suit up right now and go ahead and rock your jaw. I'll suit up right now. Hold on, coach. Relax, coach. But that's the thing, man. Giving your coaches, giving us as consumers, as players, to build our coaches up in what we would wear. I like to look cool. I want to look fly. I want to look swagged out. So yeah, I want my guy to be on the sideline looking fresh as we get these dubs, man. Let's go.
Take. A new progression curve offers early career momentum with more sustained growth across a new level cap up to 100. Of course, no coach.
Real quick, the interface change. You got your coach over here. Listen, I love this look. The presentation looks great, man. I love this look. Okay? You got bowl season stuff going on with you can view other job offers, all that good stuff, man. I love this interface.
Excels at everything. So hire coordinators who complement your strengths or shore up your weaknesses.
Ooh, let's go back real quick.
Hire coordinators who complement your strengths.
Slipping. Or I saw it. 3 of the 4 head coaches here have headsets. Like, I love it, man. Because that's how they communicate to the players. Yes, you can use the signs and hand signals, and I hear using bird calls and messenger pigeons, whatever floats your boat. But the fact that you can now have headsets on your head coach, I think that's outstanding. More presentation, please.
Shore up your weaknesses and make sure to leverage your staff's active archetype perk to really accelerate your progression. Updates to how coaching archetypes are unlocked, balanced, and expanded make each coaching path even more strategic and distinct. All 3 base archetypes now require a minimum coach level to unlock, promoting focused early investment and making your initial archetype choice more meaningful. New scaling archetype costs encourage more intentional choices as you progress. Now, advancing within your specialty, like moving from recruiter to elite recruiter, is more affordable than a path that requires learning a new skill set.
That's important because if you remember on 25, guys, for a lot of us, we would start as a recruiter, max out the positions we cared about most, and then stockpile our coach points and jump right to tactician because of how impactful tactician was to developing our players and giving them overall and point boosts and everything like that. So now you won't be able to do that. Now it sucks, but it's good because you got to master what you know what I mean? You got to focus on one thing in real life. Like you can't come in and be like, okay, I'm a solid recruiter. Let's jump to being a tactical coach, or I'm a solid tactical coach. Let's go and be an elite recruiter. Like, no, you got to focus on the thing you chose. So making that choice wisely, right? It's going to take some people a couple rebuilds to figure out which one of those archetypes they feel best suits them from a developmental standpoint. So I like that a lot.
Preserve your dynasty legacy with the all-new trophy room. Showcase every trophy, title, and individual award won throughout your coaching journey.
Thank you. Trophy room is something we desperately need. Bring back instant classics next year, please. Thanks. I need that. Instant classic. But no, the national championship trophy, the Bear Bryant trophy, looks like they have the licensing for these real life trophies, the Heisman trophy, all that type of stuff, man. Outlander Award, hopefully for offensive linemen, all of that. This matters so much. And you get dynasty trophies, Road to Glory trophies, Road to CFP trophies, and when you win, rivalry trophies. So you talk about having the ability to keep all of the trophies that you earned from playing this game and dominating, right? Because that's what we're doing here. We're dominating. To be able to do that and keep all your trophies stockpiled in your trophy room, man, let's go.
Every trophy, title, and individual award won throughout your coaching journey. and look ahead at what coveted hardware you still need to strive for. The new College Football History feature serves as a college football history book and lets you compare your program to the all-time greats, adding a new dimension of legacy building to Dynasty. We've revamped the transfer portal to create more realistic player movement, especially among the 4- and 5-star players. Now, from 2,000 up to 3,500 athletes can enter the portal each season, giving you fresh ways to build your roster year after year.
I'm going to tell you why I love this so much, guys. The transfer portal in 25 was absolutely broken. Look at some of these names here, right? Kyron Drones, Virginia Tech. Caleb Downs, the star, one of the best, I'm telling you now, from scouts that I've already talked to, this guy is projected to be a top 10, top 15 pick unless something changes. They're using Pittsburgh as an example, and I think this was very strategic that Pittsburgh has a chance at these 4- and even 5-star players through the transfer portal. Chase Harrison, quarterback from Ball State. Kyron Drones, quarterback from Virginia Tech, right? Like, just that fact. I think it's Brent Brabula, I think is his name, the quarterback, that 4-star quarterback transferred from Penn State to now Missouri. Yeah, man, like that. This stuff matters so much because last year, if you weren't one of those top tier programs, you weren't getting, not even just those guys, like Eli Ayomanor, who went 4th round in the 2025 NFL draft. You had no shot at him through the transfer portal. So seeing that now they said anywhere from 2,000 to 3,500, that's a big number of recruits that are players that will hit the transfer portal. So I love that. Fixed it because it was absolute garbage. It was one of the most unbelievable, just waste of time, like during the off season, truthfully. But shout out because I do love the fact that they have the team needs at the top as well.
Realistic player movement, especially among the 4- and 5-star players. Now, from 2,000 up to 3,500 athletes can enter the portal each season, giving you fresh ways to build your roster year after year. New dynamic deal breakers are player expectations that evolve with their talent. That 3-star freshman who is happy with average facilities? If he's an All-American by junior year, he might be looking for top-tier amenities.
That's a big thing, guys. The dynamic deal breaker, okay? Like the fact that your athletic facilities being a B-, it's not bad. But if he becomes an All-American and a 92 overall player and your best receiver, it's not going to be good enough to keep him. And that's something that happens in real life. This happens. I've talked to college prospects before. This stuff happens, guys, where you hear teammates leaving because they want, like, this isn't matching who the player had become. The 17, 18-year-old kid that came in for the visit, they were like, yeah, cool, this works for me. But now at 2021, getting ready to prep for the NFL draft, and they have 1 year left, and they want to make the best of it. No, I'd rather go to LSU, not just the coaching, not just the environment, not just the NIL, but their athletic facilities. Bama has one of the best in all of sports, best workout rooms and athletic facilities in all of sports. A lot of money put into that, right? Now, what I will say is this, EA, how can we combat that going forward? If your team becomes successful, let's say we win 2 or 3 national championship games or bowl games or whatever, like, give us the ability to upgrade facilities maybe. I know it's a tough ask, but that's typically what happens. Teams start being successful, they win, they get money, things of that nature, and they upgrade facilities and other amenities.
And whether it's listed as a deal breaker or not, your most talented players may still demand playing time.
Let's go back to that real quick.
Breaker or not, your most talented,
because that's a very important thing. The Shermer kid, 91, he's not leaving. He's not risking to hit the portal because of the facilities only, but it says playing time. And now let's say, granted, TCU as they show their overall, their offensive overall is a 79. So I doubt that they have 292 overall, 93 overall receivers ahead of him. But let's just say it's a situation where he's not the starter. He's not getting starter minutes. Remember those Bama teams where they could stockpile running backs? They go from Alvin Kamara to Eddie Lacy and Bo Scarborough and TJ Yeldon and Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara dipped. He jumped in the portal essentially and transferred and went to Tennessee. It was the best decision he ever made in his life, right? That's what helped got him drafted. He didn't wait forever and took a lot of mileage and hits and bumps on his body. So again, that is not going to happen because I know I stockpile. I think I had a franchise, or I had an actual rebuild going, and I had like 490 overall wide receivers because I recruited a bunch. I had recruited guys that had the star and elite development, and the guys who were already on the roster had star development, and all of them developed fast. By the time the top two got to seniors, they had the worst developments because theirs were only star. The other guys who were elite got a jump after 2 years. So now I got two seniors who are my fourth and fifth receiver on the roster. So yeah, stuff in situations like that, that's what you pay attention to. And I think that's going to stop. This development will stop that from happening. Because if a guy feels like, hey, I'm too good for this and I should be getting my time, they're not waiting until senior year or whatever the case may be. If it's their junior year, they're letting you know, hit this offseason, I'm leaving.
Players may still demand playing time. Some coach abilities can impact dynamic deal breakers, providing strategic recruiting advantages.
Strategist was so terrible last year, by the way. I never used it after like my first experience with it. So seeing that they actually had some benefit, it'll be something that I can think about adding to the table, right? Put it on the table, put all the chips on the table.
New dynamic dev traits have a bigger impact on player growth.
Guys, do you see this, right? Number one, the interface. Number two, it shows you the how guys have progressed and how much they've progressed. And not only that, I see guys' speeds increase. I know some people don't believe this, but guys do get faster by going into these college programs and with the right athletic teams and athletic facilities and trainers. You can go from Laulea, I think the corner right here on the screen, he had a 81 overall, jumped to an 89. He had 91 speed, 94 acceleration. He jumped to 93 speed and 95 acceleration. His change of direction went from a 85 to a 91. So yes, like that stuff matters, man. Even his ball carrying went up 6 points. I love that.
Along with more abilities across 59 total player archetypes
That's
for
important.
Better variety
All
among
these different
athletes.
archetypes.
And skill group levels increased from 10 to 20, so progression feels more gradual and realistic. Recruiting visits now involve location-based costs. So the further a prospect lives from your campus, the more recruiting hours a visit costs. This simulates an authentic recruiting challenge faced by smaller programs who must focus locally, while powerhouses can recruit nationally.
Wait a minute here. So, couple different things. I like this development a whole lot because what is true, Western Kentucky trying to outbid and not just outbid money-wise, but out-recruit UCLA and USC for a kid from San Jose. It's not happening because Western Kentucky doesn't have that type of pedigree as a school compared to Alabama, who can go to Cali and Nick Saban and pull Bryce Young, a Clemson that can go to Cali and pull DJ Uiagalelei, a 5-star kid from Cali, for Ohio State to go to California and take CJ Stroud from California teams, right? That stuff matters a lot. So for them, like Kirk Herbstreit said, the true powerhouses, they can recruit nationally with no problems. But the smaller schools have to stick to local, and that's fine. I love that. It's a great development, and that's how it should be until you build yourself up. Here's the other thing. Look here on the screen, guys. What stands out to you? What stands out to you compared to last year? Schedule a visit was 40 freaking hours, man. Scheduling a visit, like if you're a small team with 500 scouting hours, yes, man, when you're trying to bring in that recruit, the seed knot is dropped to 20. EA, thank you, because 40 was a lot. All right, y'all were breaking our pockets, man.
Programs who must focus locally, while powerhouses can recruit nationally. New recruiting battles create high-stakes showdowns when multiple schools are neck and neck for a coveted recruit, and team needs are now front and center on your prospect
talked about that
list.
earlier. I like that a lot.
So you always know exactly where to focus your efforts. When it comes to wear and tear, every player now has a seasonal health pool that depletes as they recover. And once it's empty, they can't bounce back until the offseason.
That's a really big development, guys, because you think about it. I run the ball a lot in this game, especially early in rebuilds, simply because when you go on the road and you know that the CPU is going to, if you have a small school, they're going to throw you at the mercy of a Bama, of a Power 4, Power 5 school, and you're on the road at that. Like it's not them coming into your house. You got to go to theirs. So then you go to their house and you're dealing with them. It's a different ball game. The stadium posts will have your quarterback shaking like a stripper trying to get dollar bills. So no, like I don't want that scenario. So it's the same thing in real football. Two things travel on the road: run game and defense. I bring them, but when you are dealing with wear and tear, you run the ball too much. And one thing I noticed too: smaller schools. Y'all let me know in the comments if it happened to you. I'll be running the ball, man, and one of these big Power 5 linebackers rock my running back. Next thing you know, he's getting up a little slow. He's a little dizzy. Then you look and it's like, oh, his wear and tear starting to add up. Man, that was one hit. It was like, okay, so you guys are getting a little extra cheese. Okay, cool. You get a little extra cheese. I feel you, but that's the type of stuff that you have to think about too. So being able to have a meter that tells you in season, hey, you're getting a little low there. You need to rest him and let him recover, because if not, especially you talking about playing the long game, right? You see Derek Morris, that's a star pass rusher from Michigan. He should be the guy he's the guy scouts are looking at this year. So if he's out, you know what I mean, on the game, the Michigan's pass rush takes a dip. It takes a hit, man. It takes a hit. So I like that development a lot with the wear and tear. I like it a lot.
New auto subs incorporate different wear and tear strategies, allowing you to customize substitution thresholds and better manage your team's long-term usage.
Running backs, O-line, D-line, for me, it's non-negotiable. Keep them fresh. Keep it fresh. I'm not letting these guys get burnt out and get beat up, and the next thing you know, especially O-line, think about that. If your O-line is starting to deal with some injuries, starting to be a little banged up, take them out, guys, because if you lose that star tackle, I'm telling you, it's nothing worse on this game than dealing with a ferocious pass rush with an underwhelming pass protection. You don't want to do it. So I advise you, this is just what I'm going to do. I'm keeping those positions fresh: running back, O-line, and D-line. Because you also, unless you are a Power 5 school and one of these blue bloods and these powerhouses, I don't want to test my depth. And certain schools, until you come in and change the ideology, certain schools will recruit undersized defensive tackles. And then you deal with teams that will run the ball, and you're like, crap, we're getting blown off the ball. They're just moving us around, throwing us around. Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with that crap, man, especially with the improvement of the O-line play, which if you check my last video, you will see. Yeah, man, I talked about that too. Yeah, I like this. I'm telling you, running back, O-line, D-line, everything else, I'll let either keep it normal or standard or grind it out.
Within custom conferences, the new protected opponents option ensures certain annual matchups, regardless of divisional changes. Preserve key rivalries like Michigan versus Ohio State every year with this feature, up to 2 protected opponents per team. New formation subs provide flexibility.
Before we get into formation subs, the protected opponents is key. I love that. With college football landscape changing so rapidly with these hopes of 2 mega conferences, still being able to keep the Red River rivalry, still being able to keep Oklahoma versus Texas, still being able to keep this team versus that team, and South Carolina and Clemson and Georgia Tech and Georgia. Yeah, man, keep that on the schedule every year. Rivalries and the pageantry of it all is what makes college football better than the NFL in a lot of ways, because the NFL is a business. And yes, college football is turning into that with NIL, but it's still the pageantry. It's still the mascots. It's still the bands and the cheerleaders and the fans and everything else. And when you have 2 teams that truly hate each other's guts, yes, man. Yeah, I think we need that. So be able to keep, like, and then for recruiting, I love to schedule those. If I got a rival coming in to my house, I'm schedule all my top recruits if I can. Right, those 4 5-star guys, I want them there. I want them, unless I can get them to commit earlier, then cool. But if not, and it's like down the stretch, I want them at that game because that's the game I'm playing in, and that's the game I'm trying to win. Now, formation subs, I love that too. Real quick, there's certain sets and formations on 25 where I want to change the personnel in there. I want to change the player. Right, there's a wing T. A wing T formation where you got 2 running backs as the wing backs. You got a fullback with the quarterback under center, and I would do the load motion toss sweep and pitch off of that. I typically want my fastest running back as a toss man, so he gets the ball, right? Or if I go to I formation close, right, was reduce the alignment for the receivers, I typically want one of either my X or my Z receiver, whoever's running the deep route, I want that to be the fastest receiver I have on the roster. Or a faster receiver that can catch the ball, right? Because now when I get the play action going off a strong run game I've had through the first quarter and a half, I'm making you blitz and attack and get downhill, and you're leaving your receivers on an island. If your receivers are 89 and 90 and I got 96 speed out there, hey, chuck the deuces. Ring, ring, it's a house call.
To assign players to specific alignments, adding ways to strategically exploit opponent team weaknesses. Take advantage of new position archetypes with up to 50 subs per team with packages that persist season to season. With crossplay in Dynasty, build your college football empire with friends on any platform. Use the Enhanced Player Hub and new Members tab to effortlessly manage your Dynasty and stay connected. Pre-order the MVP bundle. Includes both EA Sports College Football 26 and Madden NFL 26 for Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5.
I might get the bundle. I don't know. We'll see. I might end up, buying it and everything. But guys, that's the video, man. Let me know what you think about the deep dive that they dropped for Dynasty. Let me know how you feel the content went today. I think they did some good things. I really appreciate EA Sports for just listening to the community. Even though I wasn't part of the community that talked to them because I was so busy with work and everything. Now I'll be able to kind of give my feedback. Shout out to Scott O'Gallagher, who is one of the creative directors. Came over from 2K, and he's working with EA for Madden and for NCAA or College Football 26, man. And you could tell. You could see the imprints. I think I said on the video yesterday, you can see the imprints of what he's done and what he's brought to this franchise and everything. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited, guys. Again, hopefully this is all I ask for, man. It's free. It's no charge. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, right? Leave a comment, man. Show your boy some love. I'm new here, getting my feet wet in this gaming, YouTubing community. I'm excited for this, man. I got a rebuild I'm working on from CFB 25 that I'm getting ready to work on. I want to have that, at least try to drop it to you guys. If not by Saturday, then hopefully by Sunday or Monday, depending on how everything goes with the kids and the wife and all that type of stuff like that. But listen, guys, I am your boy, Damian Parson, a.k.a. Dame the Gamer. And go ahead and tap in with me each and every week here because I'm bringing fire content only.